Hi, welcome to another video. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think real spirituality is. But first, I want to tell you a few things that aren't spirituality. Spirituality is not being attached to some sort of a religious dogma. Spirituality isn't serving or worshiping some kind of outside supernatural deity. Spirituality is not looking outside of yourself for answers. Spirituality isn't going to some place every week with people that have been conditioned in all the same ways that you've been conditioned. To think, act, and look like all the same things that you act, look like, and think like. Spirituality is not abiding by some book filled with quotes that are in non-linear fashion, filled with parables, folklore, a ton of contradictions, ethics and morals that don't really line up or make sense, or what you would even call ethics or morals. Or, just a book filled with manuscripts, which most often are taken out of context or are manipulated to fit man's narrative of what true spirituality is, or that you have to live in such a way that you're a slave. Spirituality is not hanging on to some kind of false hope or some kind of outrageous claim that is usually disguised as the truth or as the ultimate truth, and often masquerades as the answers that people are looking for to everyday life. Spirituality is not it's not attaching to what we would normally deem as societal norms. It places no attachment to laws that are put in place to muzzle people, to keep people in chains, a parasitic system that keeps people tired and angry and confused, and unable to really center in on who they are. Not the false self that society teaches them that they should maintain or uphold throughout their entire life if they want to survive, if they want to live. But to really hone in on that true self, that true nature, that true self that wants to play, that true self that wants to explore, that wants to be creative, that wants to truly love. I'm not talking about the surface level love. I'm not talking about a certain type of love that is based in fear or that is based in control. I'm talking about the love that you have ultimately for yourself and that you can pass on to other people. It's not an attachment to a falsified, superficial type of love that is so often advertised and promoted amongst society. It's not real love. Real love is authenticity. It is not going along with the status quo. It is not trying to grip on so tightly to somebody so that they can never leave, or that they feel somehow spiritually bound to you. They feel smothered by you. They feel like every time they see you, they just get this ick inside of their body. They feel almost ill, and like their nervous system is screaming at them, "Get me out of here." That's not what real love is. Love is freedom. Love is not only giving yourself the freedom to be who you are, but letting other people have the freedom to be who they are. Spirituality is not attached to rituals. It's not attached to tarot card readings. It's not attached to the love and light narrative where you can judge nothing as good or bad. You have to just let everything slide, and people do and treat you however they want, and you call that love. You call that not judging, when really you're not loving that person at all. And more importantly, you're not loving yourself at all. You've mistaken unconditional love with not having boundaries. It's not attachment to the family system. It's not attached to the nuclear family, or to where you necessarily come from. Just because they are your blood family, it does not make them family. And just because the people that may still be in your life were once your childhood friends, it does not make them your real friends. Longevity and seniority do not make anybody in your life your family or your friends. It doesn't matter what they did for you, because usually if they were your parents, what they did for you was, number one, out of obligation. It's actually against the law for them to not take care of you as a young child. But number two, they did it mostly because you were sort of like an investment to them. You were sort of like their retirement plan, or you were just that friend that they could keep around so that they can keep using you, and so that you could be sort of like a tool for them so that you could sort of perform for them and be the caretaker for them, and to be that solid rock for them, when really It should have been the other way around. They should have been that for you. It's real spirituality is choosing not to attach to those kinds of things anymore. And lastly, what true spirituality really is to me is connection to oneself. It is the ability and the acknowledgement to know that you are not from the divine. You are of the divine. You are part of the divine. There's no supernatural deity or any separate deities that are outside of you. It's always been you this entire time. You just didn't realize it. And it's not your fault that you couldn't realize it, because you, as well as I, as well as a lot of people, are part of this societal conditioning that we've all been under. And mostly it's a way to not only keep people in line, but to keep people controlled, to keep people muzzled, to keep people feeling powerless and codependent, and like they can never trust their intuition. They can never trust their heart. True spirituality is realizing that you are what you've always needed this entire time. And it's eternal. This has always been you. This was you before you were even born into your physical body. And this will be you for infinity. But that's what true spirituality is to me. So that's it. That's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this message, and I hope you have a great day. And like always, I'll see you again in the next video.